So welcome back. So I'm going to do a short little video on something that the wife's been wanting in her car for a while. And I couldn't actually find one, so I'm going to explain what we did here. So it's a wireless charger. We'll unpack it and then I'll explain what we had to go through to sort of adapt for her vehicle. So let's get into it. So the wife's car is a 2017 Nissan Pathfinder. I was trying to find a wireless charger, but the only one I could find was one that goes in the center console towards the back. It's kind of stupid. You had to lift the open it all the time, get your phone in. So what I went with in the end, you can see that is a Nissan Rogue 2014 2020 model. Took a bit of a risk on that one, and that's pretty much what it looks like. This is the front here, sits in. That's the biggest problem we had was the indent. So this will sit down in the middle front part of the console towards your radio and all that. These cost about 100 to 114 on Amazon.ca. Not bad price. Comes with a bunch of simple instructions. Pretty simple. It comes with the adapter. I mean, if you have a Nissan Pathfinder, you know that the two cigarette lighters sit down in the front like that. There's two of them. That's why I think they give you on the Rogue is similar. They give you the little notch out to run a USB cable if you have the adapter in your other cigarette lighter. Then they give you also the cable to plug into the you can see that into the back down here from the adapter they give you. So it's pretty simple. I'll show you how it sits inside hers. These look a lot better, a lot more practical than the one that's in the actual center console back. Inside, again, you'd have to be lifting it up if you had to get to your phone and so on. So yeah, I'll take it out, show you how it looks inside, and then I'll show you just a small adaptation I'm going to make to it, just to make it look a bit more OEM and so on. So yeah, let's go out and have a look. So here's the inside of our console, of course. OEM one would go under here towards the back of the console. The one I have will fit in here, and if you can see, you've got the two cigarette lighter at the back there. I'm on a bit of a slant here, so it's going to slide forward, but basically this will go in and then mount flat like this. This gives you enough room to put your phones in. All that looks a lot better once you use the adhesive strips they give you and so on. Slight gap there, but actually looks not too bad in there. So yeah, one thing I'd like to do though is just, I'm going to see if I can just heat these up and just bend them just slightly so they go with the contour. And you can see it kind of lifted there, just so it looks a little bit more OEM. So I'll see if I can do that. I'm going to open it up just to make sure there's no electronics in there, which, I mean, the USB port here is fairly close. So I'll just see if I can move any electronics out of the way. And I think that's all I'm going to do there. But yeah, so get that out. So yeah, your adapter will just plug in, and then your cable into the charger. Pretty simple. I don't know why a lot of these manufacturers don't make something to fit this, because it would work. I mean, the Nissan Rogue one pretty much fits in there nicely. So, and it's not a space, it's just another junk space really. So I'm not going to miss that too much. Maybe my wife will, but I won't. and that, as you can see by the breadcrumbs, it's a chunk space. So I'd rather have the charger there than that. So yeah, I'll see, open this up, see if there's anything there that's going to hinder me from just heating those corners up, and just give them a slight bend. It's just the tip, so it shouldn't be too hard to do, just to sort of slightly heat these up and just bend them. Can't really do it, heat it up in the car, don't really want flammables inside here, so I'll see how we go. I'll just mark across where I want it to bend, just on the crest of where it starts to leave the surface there. And we just got to make sure our adhesive strips. I think our adhesive strips on the side, I mean they're on the side here. Just going to have to see if they actually are going to contact. Yeah, they give you two others in the box. You've got these two white ones on either side. So actually I might have to cut just a tip out of that because I'm wanting to sort of heat it up, not melt it, sorry, heat it up here, just to slightly tip that down a little bit. Let's see how we go. If we screw this up, or it comes out looking not too bad. I think it actually looks pretty good in there. Let us know what you think. So when I was looking a bit more, these parts here actually sit quite high on the bottom. See that there? So I'm actually just going to cut the lower part out. I'm not too worried. It is secured there and there, but I've still got a screw here. I don't think it's a big issue. This is a personal decision. So yeah, because I can't really heat it and bend this down anymore, because it's already pretty much touching on this bottom already. So I'm just going to slice this bottom piece out on each corner using our Dremel, and just see how it sits. Okay, not to worry about chopping and cutting things here. So yeah, let's see how we go on that. We did open it up here. That's what it looks like on the inside. So your circuit board's quite a fair way from your corners. I mean, up to you if you did this, whether you took that circuit board off, but I may leave it. See how we go. Okay, so we'll cut these corners off. There's just marking them by hand, roughly, just to take out of the corner. So I'll go see how that sits, and if it's all good, then I'll go ahead and we'll heat these parts up, bend them, and see how it looks. So I'm going to take a little bit more off here, just so it gets past here. This is kind of just interfering with it sitting down a little bit more. I'm just going to take out, cut it across a bit more. You can see the marking there, but just take off across here. Same to the other side. If you don't have a Dremel, I mean, you could use fine tooth hacksaw, just cut across there, same thing will work. Okay, let's go check that, see how that fits. So I'm gonna, now I just need to take a bit more off the back here. It seems like this is just interfering a bit. Go ahead and do that. These strips, adhesive strips, sorry, don't really do anything because they sit inside the depression in the old console there, or the not the old console, but yeah, so they won't actually adhere to anything, so I'll work out how do we secure that. No. Okay, again, see how that fits. Get it there. Okay, it actually sits down pretty good now. I mean, you're not going to see this anyway, it's down underneath. What I probably will do once it's all screwed back together is just silicone in this gap, because it is next close to the drink trays. You don't want things spilling in here, so we'll probably just run a bead of silicone just in here, just to waterproof it up a bit, and that stop anything getting in there too easy. So I have marked across here just to heat and just see if I can just tip these tabs just a little bit. See how that goes. This could turn out messy. Now you really want to go real kind of easy with this and just keep from a distance. I'll swap hands here. Just take a bit away. Okay, just gonna see how that sits in there. It has been bent over just slightly, which is all it needs. It doesn't need a lot. You do have to be careful that you don't discolor it too much. So we'll go and see how that looks. So that actually worked really well. Again, it didn't need a lot. You can see sort of the angle on that. Can we see the angle on that? Compared to where it's just straight. I mean, you got to be careful. There's a little slight discoloration, but nothing too major. But it is better to heat it from the back. As you can see, there's a bit more obvious damage on the back, but again, out of sight, out of mind. So let's try the other one. See how we go. Not the best idea to put your finger in there, but when you can stay clear of the flame, you'll be fine. Okay, slide it in. Just gonna move that slightly that way. You can see how the tabs are a bit more forming to the console now. A little bit better, and again I think I can use the adhesive strips maybe to attach it there, I'll see. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this all installed and see if she works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the I'm going to plug this into the back of the unit first, because I was having trouble getting it in. Then take this down and then plug it in. It's a lot easier. Lights already on. Let's have a little test of her, I guess, and see. Check the phone on. See that or not, it is charging. Oh, yep, it's recognised it. Cool, so that works. Okay, now I just want to see if we can secure this down. Again, there's not a lot because of the cavity underneath is a lot bigger than the the Rogue one. So I'm going to try some tabs at the front here, just see if I can get it secured there. Line her up. That seems to hold it pretty good. It's up here. And I guess you could fill that if you liked. I might try one there. I got a bit more. It's good that they actually give you quite a bit more. It makes it a little bit better. Closes in that sort of gap there. I may have to add strips later. I'll see how this works out. See if it settles in there, but no. Let me know what you think. I think it turned out not too bad. So better than the one in the actual in here, which goes inside into the lower compartment. It's just the back. It's just a kind of a weird setup, but yeah, no, kind of like this. Fits. That's a Samsung. Recognizes again. Charges. It's pretty cool. And that's charging an A32 Samsung Galaxy. I did have to modify my phone. My wife's got a iPhone S8, which, SE, works fine. I've just had to put this nice little gadget on, which plugs into the bottom where you normally charge it, and then allows you to do wireless charging. You put your case over it. I just had to take off the metal clip that was on the back of mine. You don't want any metal. And it seems to work really well, so just saves you having to muck around with a lot of cables and that. I mean, if you can just chuck your phone down like that. That does fit the Galaxy. Again, it recognises it, starts charging, and it's fast charging too, so if you're wondering that. And then you still got this nice USB port at the front too, if you wanted to charge another phone. I'm guessing it'll run something else by USB, but no, I think that's quite good. I think it goes through the different lights too. It turns blue once it's flashing while it's charging. Once it's charged, it'll be solid green. I'll put links onto all of this for you if you want to do it, and for your Nissan Pathfinder if you're having trouble as well. I think that works out really well. Fills the gap. Doesn't look too bad. Would be nice if that little gap just came a little bit forward, but you can't have everything. So no. So let us know if you like it. If you don't, or you don't like about it, you can turn it off as well. And remember too, if you're going to put other metal objects in there, not your phone, make sure it's off, because you can overheat it like any wireless charger. So just remember that, keep that in mind. But put the links on down below where you can buy it on Amazon. Also I'll put the wireless charger adaptation for the Samsungs if you need it. And yeah, catch ya later.